for all these months, and then just like one random Tuesday, he shows up in a blonde wig, big titties.
Yeah.
And he's a woman now.
Yep.
How does that affect the kids? Because you have some kids, it's first of all, it's inappropriate attire. Even if he wasn't a transgender and he was a real woman with big titties. Now you have kids that I hear that are skipping the class because they're uncomfortable. But the school system, being
but they gotta be all right with it, right?
Well, they all right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call it what I think it is.
Yeah.
They liberal pussies.
Well, yeah.
They liberal
That's what I mean.
pussies because you won't say anything because they're worried about a lawsuit. Because at this point, the guy has, no pun intended, the guy got them by the balls because now they can't get rid of him because he'll say it's because I'm a transgender.
Yeah.
I would say it's because you have contaminated the atmosphere in which we're trying to teach. Whenever that's being affected, okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a question of being a transgender or whatever. I think it's about the atmosphere of learning. I think that we're in a school.
Yeah.
What does anyone come there for school? Come to that school for? Even if you're a janitor, you clean to
serve the education.
To serve education,
Right.
and push forward the agenda of learning.
Yeah.
If you're an educator, that's your job to teach.
Yeah.
So if you're doing anything that hinders the ability of anyone in that school to do two things, either communicate the information to the kids or the kids to absorb the information, you have to make a change.
Yeah.
Irrespective of the LGBTQ community, do we put that before the education?
Right.
Do we make it palatable for them to operate and say screw the kids being comfortable?
Where's the hierarchy there, right?
There is none. It's like be comfortable with who I am. All of a sudden, I'm and then he's a shop teacher.
Right.
So you work, you already working with a bunch of pipe and shit and anyway and nails and now you got these big titties working a power saw and is it real? Or do you really know what you're doing, sir, ma'am, Keith, they? I don't know whatever the pronoun.
What I was wondering too is, were they implants or were they prosthetics?
I'm not sure if they. I think
Miles?
they're probably prosthetics.
So it hangs around your shirt.
So
and they're not connected to your actual skin, right?
No. You just,
so you're pretending.
It's like you're putting on a backpack.
So he has the ability, bro. Listen, because it's just something he puts around.
You can leave it at home.
It's uncomfortable. He has the ability to say, "Guess what? I'm gonna wear this shit when I get off of work."
Yeah.
So at what point, as the school system, do they be like, "Yo, no, you just can't come to school with this"?
Yeah. Right.
This is inappropriate attire. We don't care what your sexual preference is. As a matter of fact, again, on paper, when we hired your punk ass, you identified as a dude. We need you to come to work like that.
Yeah.
And if there is some sort of change, I need legal documentation. I need certain things to acquiesce all of these changes so that we can do it in a professional, decent way. But you just showing up like this because you feel like this is who you are at the expense of the kids. Peeps, like, guys, real shit. I'm not a homophobe. I swear. I do not care what these people do. Whatever they do is what they do. You know, God bless them if they taking that dick.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what they want to do it.
Knock yourself out, right?
Knock yourself out with it. I don't have a problem with it, but I just feel like we're making too many
concessions.